Hello students, welcome to second session of built-in string methods used in Python. These are the built-in methods. Those are commonly used while operating on strings in Python. These methods we have already studied in session 1. So today's session will start with rIndex. rIndex method is same as an index method that starts searching. Only the difference is this rIndex starts from the in a reverse order, that is start searching from end. It will check whether the substring is present or not in an original string and just start searching from the end. If it will find the string, that is first occurrence of the substring, then it will return us the index. If that substring is not present, then it will raise the exception. str, here this str is a substring and it will check between these two, the starting point and this is the end point. So this is the string. This is example. I love Python programming, or really I love. If we want to check here whether this programming is present or not in the string. So as this programming is presented here, it will start checking from the left hand side end and it will find it at here. So index will be returned as, this is present as 14th index, so it will return as 14th index. Now this string is present two times, here also and here also. But as this rIndex starts checking from the end, it will give us this as a first occurrence. As this word, this character I is present at 34th index, it will return as 34. Same way, Python we want to check starting index is 7 to 26. So 7 to 26 we want to check whether this Python is present. You start checking from this side, it is present here, so it will return as 7th index. Now we want to check whether this I love string is present or not, and we want to check from 7 to 26th index. From 7th index to 26th index, this string is not present. So as this string is not present, it will return as an error. That is value error, substring not found. Next method is alphanumeric, is ALN, num. It will check whether the string is having all the alphanumeric characters, that is alphabets and numbers. If all the characters are alphabets or numbers, then it will return as true. Otherwise, it will return as false. Now we will check it here. This is our original string and we want to check whether this str is alphanumeric or not, that is AL num. As here in this only alphabets and numbers are not there, only alphabets are not there. Spaces are there, that is white space, and this dot operator, that is a full stop. That's why it will return as false. As this string is having only the alphabets and the numbers, it will return as true. This is having only alphabets, so it will return as true. Next is alpha. That is, if all the characters are alphabets, then it will return as true. Otherwise, it will return as false. Now in this first example, again white space and dot is there, so it will return as false. In this example, it is having alphabets also and numbers also, so it will return as false. In this example, only all the characters are alphabets, so it will return as true. Next method is digit. This method will return as true if all the characters in the string are digits. If not, it will return as false. Now here in this example, these are having alphabets, white spaces and dot. So it will return as false. In this example, only digits are there, so it will return as true. Now check this example. Here, all the characters are digits, but white space is also there. So it will return as false. In this example, it is having alphabets also and numbers also. So it will return us false. Next method is lower. It will check whether all the alphabets in a given string are lowercase alphabets. If all the characters are lowercase, then it will return us true. Otherwise, if it will find at least one uppercase alphabet, then it will return us false. In this example, whatever the characters are, all the characters are in lowercase. So, invoking this method is lower, it will return us result as true. Here it is combination of characters and numbers, but all the characters are lowercase alphabets. So it will return us true. This is having space, but characters are lowercase characters. So it will return us true. In this, some of the characters are in uppercase, so it will return us false. Next method is upper. This will check whether all the alphabets in a given string are uppercase alphabets. If it will contains any lowercase alphabet, then result will be false. So in this first example, all the characters are in lowercase, and we are checking whether the characters are uppercase or not. So result will be false. Here all the characters are in uppercase, so result is true. Here also these characters are in uppercase, so result is true. Here some of the characters are uppercase, but some of the characters are in lowercase, so it will return us false. Next method is space. This method will return us true if there are only white spaces. Otherwise, excluding white spaces, if any another character is there, then it will return us false. Examples of white spaces are space bar, then tabs, new lines, etc. Here in the string example, only white spaces are added, and we are checking or invoking this method as is space by using this object str. So it will return us true as only white spaces are there. Here in this example, white spaces including tab space is there, so it will return us true. So here with new line and space bar, characters are written, so it will return us false. Next is length. So this is not a method, this is a function. Same as a normal function we are writing and we are calling. So this, in calling this function and invoking the method, there is a difference. We see that difference also. So this length function returns us length of a string. This is our example string, and we want to check how many characters are there in the string. So we want to call this function, and we are just passing the string variable here. Variable of the string is str. We are passing it to the function. So here we are not writing any dot operator. So this len is a function. We are calling this function the way we have called the other functions. So number of characters in this I love Python is 25. So result 25 is returned. Next example is Python 7. So here number of characters are 7. So total number of characters returned as a result is 7 is printed. Here we want to find out length of a string, and it is written in a single quote here itself, same as the parameter passing. Number of characters or digits in this are 7, including this white space. So that's why result 7 is returned. Same way, in str, new string is stored, and we want to find out length of the string. Length of a string is 30. Next method is ljust. This is a left justified string. So once we'll invoke this method, it will return us left justified string with this width. To fulfill this width, this fill character is used. So width is width of the given string, and fill char is a character to fill at the remaining places. If it is not given, then space bar is used. And if the width of the width that is mentioned here, if it is less than or equal to the length of the original string, then original string will be returned. We'll see example of this. So this is the string. 1226 characters are there, and we want to print it left justified with 30 width. As 26 characters are there, at remaining places this stars will be printed. And now here the mentioned width is less than the number of characters present in this string. So original string will be returned as it is as a result. Next method is rjust, that is right justified. This method returns right justified string with a given width. If fill char is mentioned, then that character will be filled at empty places, otherwise space bar will be filled. So this is the example. I love Python programming, and width is given as 35, and the fill character used as a star. So it will be converted into right justified string, and on left hand side where the space is coming, at that place fill character, this character star will be filled here. Now here in this example again string is same, but it is right justified with number of characters, that the width is given as 10, where this length of a string is more than this 10. So original string will be returned as a result. Next is zfill with width as a parameter. This will return us copy of string padded with zeros on left hand side. Zeros, and this is padded, that is filled with zeros. If the width is less than or equal to the length of the string, then original string will be returned. That is, this is the original string, and we want to zero pad this string, and size is 35. So we have to make total 35 characters. So at remaining places zeros will be padded. So these zeros are always padded on the left hand side. So zeros are placed here on left, and then string will be printed. Now here we want to zero pad, but the width is given as a 10. Here number of characters present in the string are more than 10. So original string will be returned.